funnily enough, I thought the reaction from Brendan the next day, or the day after fucking Bryan was on Legion of Skanks, was so telling in terms of how he feels about those Legion of Skank guys. So if you're one of those people who sat there thinking, oh, Brendan will eventually go on Legion of Skanks, he will see the light of you see the error of his ways, and obviously want to sit down with those guys and have a bit of banter and hang out. Not happening, mate. Not happening. He fucking hates those guys, especially Luis J. Gomez. I don't think he even mentions the guy's name, I don't think once, or maybe he does, but he does so in a way where he doesn't like them guys at all. And he kind of steamrolls through Bryan's story. It just seems like somebody that didn't really give a fuck about those guys at all in the slightest. So this is from the episode after Bryan Callen appeared on Legion of Skanks, which is Defying the Kid, episode what? I don't know episode number it is, but it's just this titled Dana White Clapback. And Bryan basically details his experience on the Legion of Skanks.
But we had a great time. We had a great talk.
So you did Joey Diaz.
I did Legion of Skanks. Your buddies at the Skanks.
They're my good friends.
And
I couldn't even tell you who's all on there. I know.
But
so passive aggressive. I couldn't tell you who's on there. Come on, man. Stop being a fucking. Oh man, this guy is the worst. He's online as much as we are. Let's just get that straight. Because I'm not online. Don't check social media. Is a lie. He sees everything. So this idea that you don't know who's on these shows, fair enough. He maybe hasn't sat for an entire show because he doesn't have a long attention span. Fair enough, but you know who they are.
But Big J,
love Big J.
Yep.
Great comic too, by the way.
But we had a great time. But it's also like it's like being in a coliseum.
Dan Soder still?
Look. He's not even trying to let him finish the story. It's just like interrupting, throw him off. So he doesn't really speak about it, and then it kind of just breaks up the flow, and then they kind of move on.
Still on there?
No,
I thought Soder was part of that because Soder's a Denver guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's.
Everyone's hilarious. Big J's hilarious because he likes him because he didn't say nothing bad about him. Big J's hilarious as well.
Yeah.
It's Big J, Dan Soder.
Yeah, Dan, of course.
Gomez. And then Ari? Is that
no, Ari wasn't there. Ari wasn't
there. But is
there.
that the Ford, like the...
And Dan Smith.
Dave Smith.
Dave Smith.
I don't
It was not
know
Dan
him.
Soder. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Dave.
I don't think I've ever met
Sorry,
Dave. You called him Dan?
Dave,
you guys
Dave's a great
aren't
guy.
close?
You've met him. He said you were really nice to him. I don't know. But anyway. But Dave's great. And we had a great time. And those fans are fucking rowdy as shit. And it was, the whole thing was crazy. They hooked me up to a lie detector and asked me all these questions.
Do you think there's some whiskey in that monster he's drinking? Do you think so?
And
like a legit lie detector?
Yeah, it's a police lie detector. And I'm like sitting there going, here we go.
There's a real guy doing the actual thing?
Well, they asked you all these.
Is it like...
Jesus Christ, let him fucking finish the story, brother. Jesus.
Comic saying
No, it's the guy who runs the whole thing.
It's a legit guy.
So he asks you some baseline questions. Are you a male? One of the questions he asked me when I was doing it is he goes, have you ever wished anybody dead? I was like, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which I'm sorry to say.
What were but at least you're telling the truth. What else did they ask you? How many questions was it total?
They asked me 5 questions.
Only 5?
Yes. They said, and the big one was, do you think Brendan Schaub is funny?
Oh, interesting.
And I said, yes, without hesitation.
Yeah.
And I was telling the truth. So there you go, buddy.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. He can't laugh. He can't riff about it. Nothing. And it's insane because everyone doesn't think you're funny anyway. So why would you get offended with somebody's? It's just a funny question. You know what I mean? Like, make a joke about it. Roll with the punches, my guy. Like, come on, do something. He's just angry. Yeah, exactly what you said. The leg rub is out of control. He's just pissed off. Honestly, people thinking he could go Legion of Skanks are really sorely confused about this guy. Like, he legitimately might get violent if he went on that show. Like, he does not like being made fun of. He does not like being about the jokes. He doesn't like it in the slightest. And he generally does think he's funny too. So he wouldn't react too well to that show at all being on there. No way, Jose. Look at Bryan Callen. Daddy, look, I did something cool. Daddy, look, I did it. I backed you up, Daddy.
And then what were the other questions?
One was funny where he goes, do you respect Luis J. Gomez? I don't know Luis very well. So I was like, yes.
Respect him in regards to
that was just one of the questions. They roast each other to death. The one thing about New York is that New York comedy, and those motherfuckers are New York, like Big J's from Philly, but you may as well be from New York.
I love how Bryan's trying to indirectly teach Brendan a lesson and try to educate him, or basically subtly tell him in a roundabout way that you need to kind of grow some balls and allow people to roast you, because it's a way for you to become funnier. Being able to, take jokes and give them back might actually help your overall stand up. He's trying to say it in a roundabout way, in this kind of weird round subject thing, but he's not really saying it directly, because, no one says anything directly to Bryan, to Brendan, who's around him, because you just end up getting fired like Malik did, innit?
New York to say, Philly, New York. The way you interact, I think Lewis is Puerto Rican from fucking like the Bronx. You cannot go to school, high school there, or middle school without essentially having the toughest shell in the world, because the way people interact is basically to try to destroy you. Oh, dude, it's just...
Look, he hates it. Look how much he hates it. Look at his face. He does not like that. Not for me. Look at his face. Look at him. And this is something I've noticed too from doing these live streams of the Fighting the Kid in general. Brendan has this telltale thing when he's pissed off or irate, or he doesn't really, not for me. He starts chewing the side of his mouth. It's a kind of little telltale sign he does where he's not really comfortable. And obviously the fucking leg touching thing is obviously some new thing he's developed, but that is definitely a thing of him being, not for it at all in the slightest.
Roasting, I believe, I don't have the data.
That's how most guys are, though, whether it's New York or like. Yeah.
No, you're not like that. Most guys are like that, but you're not like that. You hate it. We've seen it, mate. You don't respond well to it at all.
Grow up in a locker room. Learn how that goes.
Correct.
Oh, here we go. One up, McGee.
Just getting lit up.
So those guys,
something different.
But those guys take it to a level.
Yeah, they get dark. Yeah,
bro, they get dark, and I got a pretty tough shell, but
you and I aren't dark.
I was like,
look, see, you and I aren't dark.
This a lot. I was like, oh Jesus, like Big J.
Because didn't Ari shit in a cup before? Was that on?
Oh, you know about that? Oh, God Almighty! Look at that fucking specimen, innit? Jesus Christ, he popped out of out of fucking nowhere. Jesus Christos, bro. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't know, but anyway, wait. So we do this whole thing, and it was Big J is funny as shit. Big J off the cuff.
He's so underrated. Big J.
Holy shit!
You should have done the serious show with Big J and Dan Soder.
Oh, look at him changing the subject and not wanting to talk about Legion of Skanks anymore.
The funnest time I've had doing press.
Oh, really?
They have a show on Sirius.
Yeah.
Dude. And they're talking about...
Dan Soder's great.
I think they're talking about...
Look at his face, brother. Like, what the fuck? It looks legitimately like he's got filler. Like, or that he's just been stung by a bunch of bees, as Theo said back in the day. Fucking hell, man. Like, honestly, the price you have to pay, like, to be these guys in general, looks wise, is brutal, isn't it? It really is brutal. Fuck me.
Catch a Predator, or there's something like some crime show. They're fucking hilarious. Yeah, Soder's.
Hold on, let me see if it's maybe I'm just being too out of order because the specs are down. What is it? It's on 360 now. Let's get it to 720. Let's see what it looks like in 720. Oh.
A Predator, or there's something like some crime show. They're fucking hilarious. Yeah, Soder's from Denver now.
They're both
played
killers.
at Smoky Hill. We were rivals. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
he played.
Yeah, I think he played football just in high school. But he's the best comic coming out of Denver.
He's funny as shit. Dan Soder and Big J. That's a hell of a team.
I love how it just moved on completely from Luis J. Gomez and Legion of Skanks. No props over. I think he mentioned his name once, but he didn't even say his full name. He just said Gomez.
Do they have a show on Sirius?
Yeah.
Here's my question.
I think they still do.
Here's my question. Why are you on Sirius? Do your own thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. But
I don't know.
Do your own thing. Yeah, you would love to be on Sirius, mate. The amount of money they pay those guys is big dollars, man. What do you mean do your own thing? You just started to do your own thing because you got cancelled. Let's not be entrepreneurial fucking advice guys now. Come on.
But also, like when our boy Jason Ellis was on there, he's getting $1 million a year, flat fee.
All right. Hey, I'm all about.
So I'm sure
Sirius
they pay him
then.
a good amount of money.
I'm all about it then.
Fucking
no, but Big J's fucking amazing.
Fuck off.
That was
so is Dan. I don't know the other guys. I'm sure they're great. I just
they
don't know
roasted the fuck out of me.
The other guys.
Bring up. Did you see how old I look on that?
He hates them so much. He hates Luis J. Gomez with all his heart, only because he made fun of him. It's just hilarious, man, honestly. It's fucking pathetic and hilarious. He made fun of him, made some jokes, wrote, just ragged on him a little bit, and he absolutely despises the guy, which obviously explains why he's never going to be on Joe Rogan anytime soon on his own.
Sam Adams commercial? Bring that up for a second.
You do look younger.
Bring it up. Bring up that.
Look how happy he is now. It's changed now. There is no look. He's achieved his dream. He's really, to be fair, Brendan's really good at that. He's really good at not wanting, when he doesn't want to talk about people, he's really good at railroading the conversation and moving it on so he doesn't have to talk about it, which is why that whole thing with Kalila was really interesting, because it was the one time he had to just sit there and take it. He couldn't just move, and she kept she kept putting him on job, don't try and weasel your way out of this by using anecdotes or vague descriptions, whatever it was be. She did a really good job of pinning him down, but he's good at kind of, nah, I'm not talking about this anymore.
Let's take a look at this, because I was actually embarrassed, and Big J went on I don't know.
Aren't you embarrassed by those fucking toes on the podcast, mate? Isn't that embarrassing enough? Right? Isn't that embarrassing, wearing the fucking carcasses of fucking, lovely elephants in the middle of the fucking Africa on your feet, mate? Isn't that fucking embarrassing? Jesus.
20-minute rant on me. I need a sweater. I'm cold. My teeth. I don't know what he was doing. It was unbelievable. Dude, look at how old I am here.
Holy shit.
No, Bubba, you got to see this. Wait till
That's in my backyard.
So it's just
now, you look very young. I've gotten younger. You've gotten...
Oh, come on. This is fast.
the greatest
That's my basement.
on earth.
Real basement.
It's a difficult job.
Check out the locks.
But I used to fight grown men. And
Are you fake writing there? Look at how young...
I love you know what I love the most about this? Look at Brendan's face every time Brendan hears himself say something funny on the podcast. Brendan loves himself. Brendan loves Brendan. He legitimately rewatches himself and laughs at his own jokes. It's fucking incredible. You can clearly see he thinks he's fucking hilarious. He thinks he's fucking David Tell. He fucking thinks he's George Carlton. He legitimately thinks that. Look at him. He's absolutely bending, busting up inside. Oh, look at me, man. That's so cute. Look.
young you are. This is a great commercial, dude.
with Sam Adams, you think legacy, the foundation of what America's about. The idea to toast someone is important because with so much content these days and social
I hope you're fake.
No, I'm drawing.
activity, it's very rare.
Can you pretend you're
stop
writing?
and actually acknowledge someone who actually matters, not through a tweet, not through a picture on it.
Did you go to makeup?
Look how impressed he is at him. Look, he's loving himself there. Look, he's looking like a snack. Yeah, let's go.
Important to do something like this.
No, you look good, but watch
You know
me.
how everybody's movie
Don't worry,
ends,
he knows. Look at that little smile. He knows.
especially when it comes to boxers or fighters. If you stick around long enough, everybody ends up face
Look at me
down,
holding
butt
my
up on
mouth.
the canvas. There's no longevity in it. I'm on this rocky sea, and it's foggy, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost.
And you know the Skanks guys, they love sentiment.
He would
They love
remind
sentiment.
me
They're
that
like,
the
Oh, so they played this?
oh yeah. Now,
Well,
now-
Ari did one.
yeah, they played that too.
Ari did it for.
He was good in it. I liked Ari.
I think he did Red Band.
Yeah, Ari's was good.
They would give him
Ours is
$400 if he knocked me out. And so he's this killer, and he walks in this gym, and I start making fun of him. Not mean, but just kind of roasting what he's wearing and how big he is. And Bryan goes, "You know you're gonna do stand-up, right?" I was like, "Yeah, you're crazy." But Bryan just kept planting that seed. It meant the world to me.
Nah, he's definitely not cringing. WF, but why? He's definitely loving it.
The world. Well, no one's worse at smelling the roses.
And also, who sits there and rewatches stuff like this? I don't even rewatch my own podcast. I skip bits, mate. When I'm doing clips, I skip as much as possible. I don't like to. I don't like to fucking listen to myself or hear myself speak in the slightest. This man enjoys it. He loves it.
And the two of us,
Stopping and smelling the roses.
the worst.
Yeah.
We never do. But I wanted to stop and take a moment, man, and cheers you because
Some of my favorite
you saw
jacket
something in me
lists.
that I didn't even see in myself.
One of my favorite jackets.
And since day one, you've pushed me to get better. And
Oh, wow. You look older.
Now stop that. Hold it.
Holy
hold it.
shit.
Go, now
Bro,
go back. Go back.
You
again.
look like Clint
Now-
Eastwood currently.
Now hold on.
Did you weigh more there too?
and since
I don't know, dude. It looks like a fucking filter. Look at that. That's an old man filter.
That's how you look, dude.
Bubba, look at my eyes. And now
just look
that's
like you have
that's
more weight.
pre-eye
You look
operation.
exhausted.
I was really tired. And that's
And look
pre.
how heavy your jowls
But
are.
why is that? Was I
heavy jowls. Can we, again, the lack of self-awareness. Can we talk about how heavy your face looks, sir? It looks like it's fucking full of creatine. Like, are you for real?
Holding water there?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey. That's how you look, though, right?
When you do
I like
stay up,
we're
though,
pretending it was a filter. No, that's
Come on, don't say that. Hold on.
your face looks a lot thinner right now.
It does?
And I would say when you stay up too much, you do retain water and your cortisol levels affect
Okay.
that as well.
maybe ate a wheel of cheese before.
I was
he
under
shot
a lot of
this.
stress.
Maybe ate a wheel of cheese and drank a bottle of red wine, and then showed up to the shoot.
Which is
What about when you drink fucking bottles of? There's rumors out there that allegedly he's absolutely drinking through his entire stock of thick. Was it thick boy, thick cum whiskey, whatever it's called? He's drinking through the entire fucking crate himself. So my man gets through a bottle a day, and whatever he eats at Food Truck Diaries, and he's trying to talk about retaining weight in the face. A legendary.
is 100% true. I was living on cheese and wine there. And I had
Sure.
psoriasis all over my body.
Sure. And
I was
now,
sick.
This is a conspiracy theory, and we'll run with that for now. But you just old, right?
Okay, I want to get into conspiracy theories.
You know me, I'm not a big conspiracy guy. But let's keep playing.
Okay,
we'll get to
play
that.
this and we're going to get to some stuff.
Look, so and they were lighting up for
But-
looking old.
Bubba, look
Hey,
at
they were
my
lighting up
eyes.
for looking old.
I called my plastic surgeon who did my eyes. I called him up yesterday. And I go,
Anyway, Brian's gonna make it a non-fan anymore, but you get the drift. Brendan is not a fan of Louis J. Gomez or leading the Skanks. He's not gonna be on there anytime soon. So if you're holding your breath as a fan, you should probably not hold it anymore, or you're gonna die because he's not gonna be on that show. And if he's gonna be on that show, somebody might die in the audience if he goes on there. It's not happening. It's not happening.